As kids, we all had a dream of a career, whether that's for some of us as firefighters, police officers, whatever it may have been. We had a dream to grow up and to pursue our passions and our dreams. One thing that I am blessed to be able to say is that I pursued my passion and my dream and my career. I'd like to say thank y'all for letting me come out here and allowing me to speak to y'all at Career Day. It's a great honor to be here to talk about my degree in supply chain management and how I'm using that today in my career. My career choice that I was able to pursue in my job is I work for a coffee company heading up their global strategic sourcing department. For me, what made my career easy to choose? And that was because I knew my passions. My passions is that I love people, I love coffee, and I love to see the spread of wealth throughout third world countries. As well as in college, I sought out opportunities. I talked to people that were involved in the coffee industry that were passionate about seeing coffee farmers gain from the crop that they grow. And so I chose different companies to talk to, and finally, eventually, I was blessed with an opportunity to work for a company in Houston, doing exactly what my dream and passion calls for. So for us, here at Career Day, we all have careers. Whether for some of us that is a career that we enjoy, for others, it may not be a career that you enjoy. I'm sorry for that. But for that, again, at the same time, even if you don't enjoy your career, we all have passions, and these passions are to pursue our dreams through the workplace, through our families, through things that we are blessed with the ability to do. And so, for me, why did I choose this path? Why do I feel that this path was made for me? It's because I love people, I love coffee, and I was able to see the need for spread of sustainability and wealth through different communities. And so why did I choose this career? In college, when I first started out in college, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I wasn't sure if I wanted to be a oil trader, stockbroker, financial analyst, or whatever. And then eventually ended up, through some circumstances, ending up in the degree of supply chain management. So for me, my first reason that I'll start off with is, why do I love people? Why do I love coffee? For the first thing, passion started everything back in college. I got to travel on a mission trip to Latin America. I got to experience the people, their love for their community, their love for their country, their love for others, their love for me even when they had just met me, when they didn't know what I thought. We weren't even able to speak the same language the majority of the time, yet I still felt their love. I saw a need. I saw a need for growth, for the spread of wealth. There's a lot of very poor countries, especially in Latin America, but I noticed that there's a lot of opportunity as well, especially in the coffee industry. Coffee is grown highly in Latin America, in Africa, and in the tropics. And so with that, coffee being, as you look at the statistics of where it's grown and how much it's used, we see that coffee is the second largest commodity in the world, behind oil. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, on their website, USDA.gov, 148.7 million coffee bags were sold in the year 2013. Last year alone, 148.7 million. That's a lot. And what that speaks is that there's a lot of farmers, that's a lot of crop, and that's a lot of hard work being put into that crop. What is the goal of my job? The goal of my job is to see the use of the supply chain function and the layers throughout the coffee industry, to use that to make that more efficient and effectively spread the wealth of economically and through communities in these different countries that we get our coffee from. And so for me, I want to see the end of using these much unneeded layers in the supply chain, what we call in the industry as middlemen. When you look at companies, large coffee companies, they use these middlemen to go out and to find their coffee, to source it, to buy it, to sell it to another middleman who does the same thing, who sells it to another one, who sells it to another one, finally ending up at the coffee company's hands. When you do that, money is being traded and spread so much that you have to cut somebody out of the deal so that you can make money as the coffee company, and the first person to get cut out is the farmer. And so with this makes the farmer, he gets cheated, to be honest. As harsh as that may sound, he's not allowed to reap the benefits of his hard work, his 8 to 10 months worth of work developing that crop, harvesting that crop, and then selling it. The way the current process is set up is that that farmer is only receiving about 3 months worth to live off of when he worked for 10 months. And honestly, regardless of what country you're from, that doesn't make sense. So the goal of my degree is to transform the coffee supply chain by minimizing these middlemen to maximize the profits to pay the farmer. And that's what global strategic sourcing for the company I work for does. We go out and we strategically source, and strategic means that we make a plan to say, hey, how can we pay for this farmer? How can we provide for their family that they can in turn be able to pour back into their community as well? Some raw facts about coffee growth today from the US Embassy.gov is that coffee is over a $10 billion industry a year, employing over 25 million people worldwide. Coffee, again, is the second largest commodity after oil. The US, our country alone, consumes 31% of the world's roasted coffee. Over 2.5 billion pounds of the coffee overall are sold here in the US. That calculates out to be the 31%. Coffee is an important export for over 50 developing countries, all of which are located in the tropics. So 50 developing countries. These countries need the spread of wealth. They need opportunities. They need jobs. They need us as coffee buyers and coffee companies to support them, because that is what they're doing. That's, for a lot of farmers, that's all they've ever known. And so for us as a company, we're able to cut out these middlemen and go straight down and buy from these farmers. And it's awesome to be able to travel back and to see, hey, they worked for 10 months. We paid them 10 times more in our setup, in our supply chain function, by cutting out the middleman and buying directly from the farmer. We're able to pay them 10 times more than what they were working. So they're working 10 months and they're getting paid 30 months worth of living, which helps them out so much. And so to be able to travel back to those countries, meet with the farmers, and see how they're using this money is awesome. That's the joy of what I do. That's the reason I do my job, is I get to love on these people. I get to show them that I actually do care about them. The next part that I want to talk about is how the current coffee industry is full of slavery, poverty, and low incomes. Many farmers throughout the world are stuck and caught in this slavery, being bossed around, owned by a plantation owner who's not paying them anything, who's putting them in horrible situations, horrible circumstances, and building to poverty. Our goal with our current setup is to get rid of that and get rid of the poverty, get rid of the slavery, get rid of the plantation owners, and allow these farmers a chance to have their own small farm, to be able to grow that crop, be prideful about it, be able to sell it, turn around, and get paid. The other thing that we look at, and we see this constantly, and it's sad for the reason for what we do, is that demand for coffee is increasing every day, but supply is decreasing constantly as well. Why would you want to work when you're only getting paid in the current setup 3 months worth out of the 10 months that you actually worked? And so we see that farmers are starting to go back into the industry when they partner with us, because they're seeing that they're going to be able to get paid a lot more and be able to actually enjoy the work that they have and not have to work 3-4 jobs just to support their family. So again, for me, I use my supply chain degree from Texas A&M to move in and to help me in my career choice of being a global strategic sourcing specialist. The reason I chose this was I wanted to use my career to help create sustainable across the nations. I believe that we are, in America, are blessed beyond many means, and what better opportunity we have to share that, especially when it's buying a $5 cup of coffee. When you buy from us, when you see what we do, you see that our coffee actually is being put to a good cause. And that's where I find my joy in working every day. So again, I thank you all for allowing me to come out here and talk to you career day. I want to end with, I found my passions. If you haven't found yours, I hope that you do. If you have any questions, feel free to come talk to me. Thank you.